Joseph, Missouri at the Women's Division II Elite 8. It's the 4-5 matchup between the University of Tampa Spartans and the defending national champions, the Glenville State Lady Pioneers. What a matchup it should be. Two high-powered teams. We are really excited to get this one going. Alongside Kelly Burke, I'm Chucky Kemp. It has been a tremendous day so far. Catawba College, Minnesota Duluth will meet in one Final Four matchup. Ashland awaits the winner of this one. Glenville looking to repeat as national champions after they won their program's first last year. On the other side, the University of Tampa, they are seeking their first national title in program history. They have won 22 straight games. One team, Tampa 33-1, Glenville State 32-2. What a matchup.
Glenville State, they want to make this a track meet. They lead the country in turnovers forced at over 27 per game. Tampa wants to play inside through their posts, one of the most efficient offenses in the country. Only second to Ashland in that category. Shoots over 51% from the field.
Glenville State, the second highest scoring offense, almost 88 points per game. Tampa has it to start things off. They try to go inside. There's an offensive foul whistled immediately. Or was it? Looked like there was, but then we didn't see the indication. Was
it a 3-second call maybe?
3 seconds maybe,
yeah.
You might be right. That one against Sydney Ken, the 6'3 senior who is Conference Player of the Year and All-American, and she is an absolute stud. Inside, nice take. Too strong, though. Gets her own rebound. That's Haya Haywood. Ends in a Tampa defender's hand, and here comes Maya Gusto, the junior from Naples, Florida. Sullivan for a back cut, but traveled. Couple turnovers right out of the gates for Tampa.
So that feeling out period, think about these two teams. They had to sit around all day and wait to play this matchup. A lot of nerves, a lot of excitement.
Interesting, both of these teams in a lot of ways similar in the way they are built right now. Tampa, a team who has had great success in the transfer portal, 7 transfers on the team. They didn't all come in this year, but they've been able to collect some of the top talent out of the Sunshine State Conference with some of those transfers. On the other side, Glenville State, the defending national champions, they lost almost everybody from their national title winning team. Their top 2 players both transferred to Buffalo at the Division I level and led them in scoring as that 3 falls for the first bucket for Sarah Jones to put Tampa on the board.
Sarah Jones really opening things out on the perimeter for this Tampa team that likes to play inside. Will really stretch this offense out.
Gusto scanning. They're trying to get the ball to Sydney Kin, their leading scorer, just a tick under 20 points per game. Rebound on her own miss. Sarah Jones hustling after that one.
Nice job, Sarah Jones, following her shot. And she's sort of been the open man right now, with King getting so much defensive attention inside. And King taking advantage there, though, of the switch and the mismatch. Had Cabria Lewis switched onto her. Big size advantage.
Ken 6'3", but just moves so well. Taken away. Jones going the other direction. Tremendous start for Tampa. They lead 7-0 in 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
And that's 2 turnovers now that Jones has created on the defensive end, turned them into offense.
They are about to have a platoon swap for Glenville, too. Just one player shy of a complete line change. Corner 3, way too strong right there. Offensive rebound for Glenville. Pulled down by Malia Sullivan.
Tampa's got 2 big rim protectors in Kin and Malia Sullivan inside.
Sullivan, physical take. They get a foul called. Maybe Cabria Lewis. That's her first.
Sullivan and Kin, arguably the best 1-2 punch in this tournament.
It is a full switch for Glenville State. I don't know if that's a message being sent by their head coach, Kim Stevens, said, hey, were you ready to play or not?
I think they just go really deep on their roster because of the speed they play with, so pretty liberal substituting.
Tipped out, stays at this end, goes off of Sydney Kin. Kim Stevens, year number 7, their 7th straight NCAA tournament appearance. National Coach of the Year last season, leading them to that national championship. And then just reloaded. They lost about everything, hit the portal hard.
They're really impressive. Only 4 players returned, but 1 is out for the season with an injury, and then 3 others hardly saw any playing time.
Mo Pruitt came in from Detroit Mercy as a transfer. She was averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. Started 11 of the 16 games she played in, but hasn't played since January 14th.
Yeah, she tore her ACL. She's done for the year. So this Glenville State team has done a really nice job adjusting to all the injuries that they experienced mid-January.
Glenville State out of Glenville, West Virginia. 3 off the mark from Lewis.
And you'll see the Pioneers, they will take a lot of 3 balls, shoot over 30 attempts per game, and make over 10.
They shoot about 33% from long range. Another physical take inside by Sullivan. She is a problem.
It's going to be a big problem, her physicality, the way she uses her body to create off the dribble.
3, and right now Glenville State is just not on it from long range. 0 for 8 out of the gates overall, 0 for 5 from 3.
Oh, nice dump off.
Kin cannot get the finish, but has the offensive rebound and is fouled.
And you can just see right now the connection that Sullivan and Kin have inside. Quite the 1-2 punch, constantly looking for each other when the defense converges on one.
Substitution switch there for Glenville State. 5:46 to play in the first quarter, and it has been all Spartans. Offensive foul this time, whistled against Sullivan.
Sullivan, she's the bruiser on this Tampa team. Likes to really attack off the dribble, whereas Kim is a little more finesse inside, back to the basket post. Nice job too, Glenville State really selling that.
Tori Alford paid for that one a little bit. And they get one to go. There it is. Finally, Bree Campbell, the junior from Largo, Florida. 18 points per game leads the way for Glenville State.
Campbell leads his team in so many different categories.
Want to go into Ken with such great hands too in the post. Inside, puts it up, and offensive foul called against Ken.
Glenville State doing a nice job, really planting their feet, taking the contact. And foul something to watch inside right now for Tampa.
Tom Jesse, year number 21, and he is still as fiery as ever. He was a little upset there.
I mean, he was upset with the officials over those 2 calls.
Well, spent 9 years at his alma mater, Bluefield State, as a coach in West Virginia prior to taking the Tampa job, and it wasn't a retirement gig for him. It's led them to 15 NCAA tournaments.
I asked him what has kept him there. He said, "Are you kidding me? Like, if you come to campus, it's pretty much, why would I leave?"
Been able to get some great players on that campus as well. Good finish on the offensive rebound right there for Kamaya Lyons.
He also said his wife, there's no way she would ever let him leave that job.
It's gone pretty well for him. Sunshine State Conference regular season titles, 8 tournament titles. Great connection again there from Ken and Sullivan.
That's exactly the look that Tampa wants in transition if they can get a wide open layup. Otherwise, Coach Jesse wants them to pull it out or run a half-court set.
That one went out of bounds. Turnover on Glenville State. That's their 4th turnover. Both teams a little bit sloppy early on. 7 total turnovers. Glenville with 4.
I mean, this is fun to watch Glenville State. It's like a hockey line change every couple minutes.
They're going to pressure you. They're going to run, and they're going to do that right there, force turnovers. That's why they force so many turnovers, because of this.
The Pioneers, there's an inside joke on their team, the group chat. They call it the GSU track team because they spend so much time at practice running to keep up with the conditioning that they need to be able to full court press an entire game.
Nice take inside, rims off though. Another offensive rebound. Campbell in there fighting for it. No-look pass, and another turnover on Glenville State.
Well, Campbell's ability to get to the rim is going to be critical in this game. She gets to the free throw line at an elite level. Over 200 free throw attempts on this season.
This pressure really causing problems right now. Campbell showing her craftiness, gets the finish at the rim.
And that is where Bree Campbell is at her best.
Jesse was on the sideline saying, hey, we got to calm down. We got to slow down right now. Justo breaks the pressure just in time. Sullivan, Ken working. She's just so athletic. It's hard to deny her the ball. Fades away and misses. Rebound Campbell.
Gerline Febvre, you got to be physical with Ken inside.
We've seen 10 bodies for Glenville State already. On the flip side, we have seen no substitutions for Tampa.
This Tampa team, they don't go deep. They play their 7 or 8, and they go pretty long periods of time in this game.
No look feed across, swing 3. It's the front iron, no good. Ramsey rebounds. It's really your best defense against this pressure is getting defensive stops so they can't at least set it up when you have to inbound. Back to Ken, going to work. Gets the finish, tough one along the baseline.
Ken, a really quick first step to blow by, even though she'd been pushed off that block even.
And trying to rebound. I think this is going to go the other direction. Foul against Aline Fevrier. Brest, France.
The other team that, or the other thing that these line changes, so to say, do is your defensive looks are constantly changing. You can't get too comfortable with the defender you're seeing.
It's interesting. You kind of almost have 2 different teams, too, because you have 5 players who are going to get so comfortable with each other.
Well, especially right now, you've got a small guard lineup in with Fevrier out.
In trouble. Almost walked right there. Somehow gets it over to Ken.
And this is where Tampa, they've got to take advantage of the size advantage they have, especially in the post.
Ken's trying to get in position. There it goes. Great catch. I mean, they're throwing it before she's set.
I mean, but it's a huge mismatch because Ken is probably 5 inches on Bree Campbell, or not Bree Campbell, Cabria Lewis inside, excuse me.
Tough finish from Haya Haywood, who averages 10 a game. Haywood leads this high-powered defense with 73 steals on the season. They break the pressure, and look who is wide open, Ken. It's an awkward shot, really.
I'm actually surprised she didn't go off the glass. Those are the ones you hold your breath as a post player. Like, did I really mean to do that and not go off the window?
She was smiling about it, too. It helps when you're 6'3" and can jump higher than anybody on the court, though. And if she did miss that, she'd go get it.
It's a nice find. All alone underneath the basket, laughs it off.
It's a true jump shot from 2 feet away. And a drive in, good defense, pull up from the mid-range from Campbell, short.
And this is where if you're Tampa, you can't let the trap come. You've got to dribble out of that before it even can set up. Keep in mind, too, the Spartans, they have the luxury. They essentially have 2 point guards on the floor. Maya Gusto and Audrey Ramsey both came into this program as point guards, and Coach Jesse likes to play them together.
Break the pressure easily right here. Coast to coast. And 2 shots coming up now for Sarah Jones. And we've seen it a couple times, especially over the last minute or so. There's the opportunity, if you can break it quickly, for some really easy buckets.
Absolutely, especially with the big size advantage.
Sarah Jones, junior from Mason, Ohio, transfer from Embry-Riddle University. She was the Sunshine State Conference Freshman of the Year. Spent 2 years at Embry-Riddle. 15 points per game last season. They're happy to have her. 60 seconds left in the first quarter. That 3 too strong again. Offensive rebound, Campbell. She's been on the glass.
Well, Bree Campbell, she averages over 6 rebounds per game, and she's doing it at 5'5". Just understands positioning and pursuit.
She's got 7 points, 5 rebounds, turnover, lay-in for Cabria Lewis.
She's forced all kinds of steals in this game already.
Tampa almost seems to get rushed in kind of bunches, and then they'll settle down for a second.
Yeah, that's what Glenville State does so well, is speed you up, force you into shots and mistakes that you don't normally make and take.
Nice box out right there from Tori Alford, the junior from Derby, Kansas. As close to home as she'll play all season long. Went to Hutchinson Community College. Pull up again, that's too short. Kin has the rebound, 2 seconds left. I think Tampa making a good decision there is let's not turn it over and give them anything at the end of this first quarter. A frantic first quarter from St. Joseph. Tampa leads Glenville State 19-13. Beautiful setting here at the Civic Arena. Just had the floor refurbished recently. And perfect setting for the Division II Women's Basketball Elite 8. The Final Four will be played in this arena on Wednesday, and this is the final quarterfinal game of the night. Been a long day here in St. Joseph, but some great basketball, and I think what we've learned from the 3 remaining teams, and probably whichever one of these teams wins, it's really anybody's ball game.
Yeah, it certainly is. What a fun matchup to close a great day of basketball out with.
Inside to Ken, uses the left hand and kisses it off the glass.
Ken, she's already got 10 points in this game. She's the benefactor of a lot of breakdowns right now defensively.
3 rims out, offensive rebound. Purdue going back to work. Kicks it out, open 3. Got that one, the second chance points.
And if Glenville State, if they can get the 3-ball going, that's going to be a game changer for them offensively, the ability to trade 2s for 3s.
It's Dream Cherry out of Akron, Ohio, and St. Vincent St. Mary's. Sullivan. Ken has position. Inside Sullivan, the big time take and an and one chance.
I mean, I'm really impressed with Sullivan and her ability off the dribble to create so much poise, the great rip through, and she plays with a ton of power.
Her and Sydney Kin combined for about 35 points per game, and then you surround them with guards who can shoot it the way this Tampa Spartans team can. They hit the three-pointer at 37%. Just a really well-constructed team by Tom Jesse.
That's a big reason why they've won 22 straight games.
33-1 on the season, 19-1 in the Sunshine State Conference. This ball movement, long three. Kin pulls down another rebound.
And you can't dribble into the corners like that. You got to stay in the middle of the floor.
Sullivan gets the roll.
Sullivan, she's got some great touch too, about 4 or 5 feet from the basket.
Still haven't seen a sub for this Tampa Spartans team against all this pressure.
They won't sub a lot. You look at who they play, and it's about 8 deep is what you're going to see.
Here is Audra Leopold coming into the game, replacing Maya Gusto for Tampa. She is the 6th body we've seen in there for the Spartans. Bree Campbell is at the line for Glenville State. Gets the first one, a transfer from Indian River State, one of those transfers we were talking about. Their top 6 scorers this year were not on the roster a season ago.
Which is, I mean, it's unbelievable to think that they've been able to reload that quickly. It just speaks to the system that Coach Stevens has built. And she told me yesterday, she said, when you play fast, it gives you a chance to beat anybody.
And that's what they've done. Second free throw rims off. And I believe we have a lane violation here against Sullivan, so we will reshoot that second free throw. Get it on the second attempt. 6-point lead for Tampa. It's much better breaking the pressure.
Quick passes up the court.
Sullivan thought she was fouled, but a turnover against the Spartans. That's their 8th turnover. There's the big swap for Glenville State.
The other thing about this Glenville State team is this type of pressure and speed, it's really hard to simulate at practice.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to be on the scout team the week you play Glenville State.
I mean, you got to bring in extra bodies if you're trying to simulate this at practice.
Tough shot in the lane from Campbell. Just so creative. Long pass, that's too far. Another turnover, number 9 in the first half.
This is exactly what Coach Jesse was trying to avoid. Don't let this Glenville State team speed you up. And don't let Bree Campbell get the ball and get open looks in the lane.
Campbell going back to work, mid-range jumper. Good, she's starting to heat up now. Seeing a couple go in, she's got 14.
She's in a big rhythm right now.
The trap. They get past it this time. Sullivan, Kin coming on the other side. Sullivan with a finger roll.
Sullivan, just elite finishing ability at the basket.
Great finish over the top that time. Thought Kin might have a chance to block it, but Campbell, she's got 16.
Just like that, it's down to a 2-point game.
Whistle reach in against Shallon Miles.
And this is what Glenville State, they're going to do the entire game. They want to wear you out by the time you get to that 3rd and 4th quarter with their physicality, with their tempo.
We're starting to see some fatigue set in. Sullivan looked a little gassed on the last possession for Tampa. It's almost taken away. Kin bumped from behind. They're going to say it's out of bounds. It'll be Tampa basketball.
Right now, if you're Tampa, you've got to be strong with that basketball because this is a physical game. And right now, officials are not calling a lot of fouls.
There they do. Kin fouled by Cabria Lewis in the paint. The 3rd team foul against Glenville State. I mean, it's hard to really get them in foul trouble because they're such a deep team.
Yes, exactly.
Sullivan, oh, it's just a great little cut.
Cut inside towards the paint and then completely shifted back outside to fool her defender.
I think that was a double dribble. It was by Haya Haywood, and I think she knew it as well because she was smiling afterward.
Thought she was trying to get away with one there from the official.
And this Sullivan skips it across. Kin out in front all alone. It's another easy one there for Tampa.
That's the risk with this Glenville State, the way they play. You gamble that if you're able to break the press, it leads to easy baskets the other way.
And for the most part, I think what we've seen, it's always there, just can you get to it?
Yeah. Can you get the ball out of the backcourt fast enough?
Contested three, no good. Rebound, Kai Lyons.
And transition defense so important, and you have to find Bree Campbell in transition.
Leopold pulled it up, did a nice job there to get through the pressure. Three ball in the right wing, rattles out. Here comes Dream Cherry. There is no stopping in this one. And Cherry, a hesitation, an easy layup for her. She goes all the way.
Just a complete defensive breakdown of who was taking Cherry in transition. And this is where, if you're Tampa, you gotta pull this ball back out and get into your half-court offense. Because Glenville State is clearly sped up Tampa the last couple of possessions.
Kai Lyons whistled for the foul right there. It's her second foul, fourth team foul with 5:25 to go here in the second quarter. That's something to keep an eye on.
And if for no other reason you want to slow this pace down, for the sake of this Tampa team in the second half not being completely winded.
Turnover, Sullivan threw it away. Here's Davidson. Tried to kick it out, Kin got in the way. This is going backcourt, almost. Nice save there on the hustle by Miles. Skipped across. Three is no good. There's a foul on the rebound against Glenville State. Goes against Michaela Purdue. Talking about the dynamic duo of Kin and Sullivan. Purdue and Campbell for Glenville State average about 36 a game. How do you replace your Division II National Player of the Year, Rashana Stone, and your top scorer, Zakiah Winfield? Well, you'll get two more of them, basically.
You bring in Michaela Purdue and Bree Campbell, basically, who combine for about 35 points per game.
Purdue is a Division I transfer, so you lose two of your top players to the Division I ranks. You go get a couple from there as well.
Well, keep in mind, too, Michaela Purdue, she came from Toledo. And if you've been watching Toledo, I haven't seen yet what they did today, but they just upset in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I just called their MAC championship game last week. They have a great team.
This is Purdue. Air ball. Ran down by Fevrier. Skipped across again. Miles back over to the star. Block shot right there by Ken. Great closeout on Campbell. Getting downhill all the way. Too strong in the layup. It was a nice take by Leopold, but just couldn't finish. Over the top, too high for Campbell. And take a breath. 4:19 to play in the first half.
Here. I feel like even us broadcasters.
Tampa leads Glenville State 32-27 here in St. Joseph, Missouri, the final quarterfinal, and a chance to play the undefeated Ashland Eagles.
Glenville State, they've done a really nice job really controlling the tempo in this quarter, speeding Tampa up offensively.
I mean, it really feels like this is the first time, maybe since the beginning of the first quarter, we've seen Tampa in a half-court set.
Running an actual play set, and they turn it over.
Ramsey's pass in for Kin, too far. Campbell kicks it over. Cherry passed up a look, back to Campbell. Nice move, little step through, and it's a travel. Second time
too
there.
Much steps there.
Haywood's trying to get creative.
She was going for the Euro step.
Ken coming out to set the high ball screen. Wants it.
Again, Ken's got to take advantage of that mismatch.
Missed the first chance, second one no good. Still fighting for it, a third try. That one rolls off. Ken hits the deck. She looks exhausted right now trying to get back.
She's getting beat up inside.
Deep three. Rims off. Oh, what a rebound by Leopold.
Had to go up and get that. Coach Jesse, he said, we're not going to win a lot of track meets, but we have got to win the brain meet of this game. It's all about keeping this Glenville State team spaced.
Glenville has cooperated. They have only shot 2 for 17 from 3 so far. Into Ken, turns, mid-range jumper, rims around, and falls off.
Glenville State, they're okay with Ken taking that shot. They just want to push her away from the basket.
Purdue traveled. It feels like if you're Tampa right now, just you're trying so hard to get to halftime. Take a breath, kind of regroup with the lead.
You're just craving halftime at this point. The fact that you're going to have a 15-minute rest.
Yeah.
And really, when you're facing a team like Glenville State, it's about being mentally tougher because they're going to try and take everything out of you physically.
Leopold kicks it out. Jones back out for Leopold. Sullivan now. There's a body on the ground in the middle. It's Campbell. 3 on the way. That's no good. Neither team can put it in right now. Combined about 6 minutes without a bucket. That is in, though. Campbell takes care of it.
Bree Campbell just absolutely fearless as Ken was coming over to try and rim protect, and she'll go right up over the trees.
It's been all Campbell, too. She has 18 of Glenville State's 29 points. Back inside. Great hands there from Ken, and an and one chance, and man, did they need that. Just one of their last 9 from the field.
It's a nice job in transition, finding Ken, had sealed her defender off the backside. Easy N1 bucket.
Nice pass by Sarah Jones. She has 3 assists so far. Ken, a good free throw shooter. Makes it a 6-point game with 1:40 to play in the first half.
Ken, she's got 14 so far in this game. Go along with 9 rebounds. 15 now, excuse me.
3 on the way, that's good. Haywood's been frustrated by a couple turnovers, but gets the 3 to fall.
But they got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Leopold has really helped off the bench, breaking this pressure. Lobbing it over the top. Too far away from Ken.
And here's the thing on that high-low look from Sullivan. You can't be lobbing it into Kin with the speed of this Glenville State team. It's got to be just chucked in there.
Lead just 3. Bree Campbell with it. She has been the problem they cannot solve so far. Purdue floats it up. She's the other leading scorer for this team. It is a 1-point game.
But how about that? That was Purdue's first field goal of this game. Have been 0 of 5 from the field.
Finally get it into Sullivan. She'll bring it across midcourt. And they'll run the offense, a chance to take the last shot here in the first half. 10 seconds. The double team comes. Long one here, too strong. Kin fighting for it. Bodies hit the ground. Falls nicely for Leopold, who misses at the buzzer. And a hectic first half comes to a close with Tampa on top by 1.
It's a physical dogfight right now out there, and I mean, this is just setting up to be a fantastic final 20 minutes of basketball.
Tampa might need a nap after the first one. They have put in
some
laps.
IVs at halftime.
Unbelievable stuff from our 4 versus 5 matchup. Glenville State trailing the University of Tampa 35-34 at halftime.
Please welcome to the court our halftime entertainment dancers from Darcy School of Dance.
20 minutes to decide the final spot in the Final Four on Wednesday. Glenville State and the University of Tampa separated by just 1 point in what was just an unbelievable first half of basketball. High speed, fast pace, and it was the number 2s for both sides. Bree Campbell and Sydney Kin getting it done.
For Tampa, it was the Sydney Kin show. 1 rebound away from a double-double, but not to be outdone. Bree Campbell, 18 points, 6 rebounds, and her shiftiness caused all kinds of issues off the dribble and in the paint. Tampa, a lot of success in transition when they were able to break down that Glenville State press, but Pioneers did a really nice job controlling the tempo of this game in the second quarter, speeding Tampa up to get back in this ball game. And for Tampa, it's going to be all about being able to handle the physicality, control the tempo, slow this game down, having only played 6 players in that first half.
For Tampa, basically, I mean, you almost need 1 player to just become that calm presence, because like you said, I mean, everyone's sprinting around you, and then you get the ball and you're thinking, well, I got to go, right?
Yeah, it's this frenetic pace, and it gets you to play out of your rhythm and to do things that you don't normally do as a basketball player.
Deep 3 to start it off, Michaela Purdue, and for the first time tonight, Glenville State leads.
Well, really important to get Michaela Purdue going in this second half. Had just 2 points in that first half.
Much better breaking the pressure right there, and we'll see what kind of adjustments Tom Jesse made, or maybe some suggestions at least to his team. Kicks it out for Sullivan. Puts it up, contested, rims out, too strong. Here comes Haywood. Got a little bit too far ahead of herself. Gusto the other direction.
That was all happening. Sullivan reaching in, forced that dribble loose. We see some half-court sets being run by Tampa here in the third quarter. Didn't see a lot of that in the second.
Trying to go to that high-low. Sullivan will take the mid-range shot and hits it.
Sullivan, she's just got some great range, great touch.
How about 29 combined from those two? 29 of the 37 for Tampa. Floater is too strong. Kin cannot pull down the rebound. This time it's Fevrier.
Fevrier tipping the ball to herself over the taller Sydney Kin for the putback.
Better now from Gusto, who sat a lot of the second quarter. Gusto into the paint. Cannot get it to go off the glass. Had a decent look right there. Here comes Campbell. Bounce pass far side. Too strong on that layup. Kin almost had it, but ripped away by Haywood. Deep 3. No good. Gusto rebounds. Ken had a mismatch for just a moment, but Fevrier realized it.
High-low, this is what continues to work for Tampa. If they can get the ball to Sullivan in the high post area.
Fevrier was trying to communicate, it looked like, defensively, but took her eye off of Ken for just a moment, and it cost her. Fight for this one. It'll belong to Tampa.
And they're still fighting for the ball.
It's going to be tough to win that battle with Sullivan.
Right? I would love to witness a Glenville State practice. How intense it is.
Ooh.
And how much running is involved.
Well, you are taking a break when you go to the bench for them, but mentally you got to stay in it because you're coming right back in. 39 apiece. Sullivan, Kin, one-hand grab. Jones kicks it across. To this ball movement, Sullivan now, downhill, contact, hits it, and count the bucket.
Great body control by Malia Sullivan. Glenville State tried to sell the offensive foul. So good off the dribble. Shoulders are shorter, but defender still moving. What a finish. Malia Sullivan, she is a big problem.
Tampa back in front by 2. 17 apiece for the top 2 scorers for the Spartans.
Glenville State, they just don't have anybody that can match up with the strength of Malia Sullivan.
Purdue. 3 from the wing. That's too strong. Lewis was looking for one that time. Turned right into traffic, stolen away. Layup's no good. The foul on the rebound, Bree Campbell.
Get Sullivan reached in there trying to swat at that ball.
Ramsey just didn't realize there was a defender on that side. There's really only one that doesn't partake nearly as much, and that's Bree Campbell. She does not leave the floor often. Mid-range shot, no good. Chase down, stays at this end. Great hustle right now from Fevrier.
Glenville State are just doing a nice job right now, keeping 50-50 balls alive.
Almost poked away. 7 to shoot. Campbell from 3. Got it! Bree Campbell again. She's got 21 to lead all scorers.
Yeah, but she just has that ability to completely take over games, put her team on her back. Ken's ability to catch that ball one-handed is very impressive.
Fighting for position inside. 5 to shoot. Ramsey, decent look, and she's going to be fouled. 2 shots coming up for Audrey Ramsey, senior from Boca Raton, Florida.
Audrey Ramsey, academic All-American, 4.0 GPA, and how about this? In cybersecurity and information technology management. Sounds like a very important major to me.
Sounds beyond me. At the free throw line for 2 shots. The Spartans are not even at the line. They are back on defense, ready to go.
They just want to break right now. Also, they're trusting that Audrey Ramsey at 81% is going to put both these in.
A good call. Trying to get downhill. Ken couldn't alter that one. That's a great finish. A couple times now. Haywood's inside, finishing that time.
Putting it job where Kim can't get it as a rim protector.
Foul. Team fouls starting to pile up now in Glenville State in this third quarter. Already 3 with 5:23 to play. Inside Ken had the mismatch, gets the layup.
Just good recognition by Sullivan that Ken had a much shorter guard on her, taking full advantage of that mismatch inside.
That rims out. Great save right there, but finally falls for Sarah Jones, and she's off to the races. Jones finishes, an and one chance for the Spartans.
Nice hustle by Sarah Jones. Probably the only time we haven't seen any Glenville player beating Tampa down the floor. Smacks her hands there by Jones and hustles her way down. Knows the contact is coming, plays through it to the finish.
Timeout on the floor. The University of Tampa leads Glenville State by 4 here in the final quarterfinal of the day. Sarah Jones trying to finish off a three-point play here. She's in the double figures. Kenna is 19, Sullivan 17, and Jones with 10. Make it 11 right now. Here comes Bree Campbell, who leads them all with 21. Looking for 3 more. Ken has another rebound. A great pass.
Good court vision by Sullivan.
Gusto.
Tampa's really starting to exploit the foul problem right now on Glenville State.
Going the other direction. Campbell getting back quickly. She will get a rest this time. Great pass across though by Sullivan. That was 1 point to make
and that's
earlier.
what we want to see the bigs of Tampa do more. Into a 2-3 zone now.
49-44 is their lead with 4:15 to play in the third.
I like this changing defensive look.
Solid open 3. It's Haywood again.
That's the risk though. Move the zone, and Glenville State, good three-point shooting team, makes over 10 a game.
Haywood's got her average 10, and it's a turnover on Tampa. Into the corner, Campbell.
All about the ball movement, finding the open shooter.
Alford back for Campbell, gives her a screen. 10 to shoot. Tipped away, but recovered by Miles. Shot on the way, missed. It's knocked out, and it'll belong to Tampa. They'll say it went off of Skylar Davidson.
The other thing that's difficult in that 2-3 zone is the offensive rebounding ability of Glenville State. In the first half, had 9 offensive boards.
And another turnover, miscommunication in the backcourt.
And it's strange to see these guards of Tampa rapid right now because they are such mature, experienced, really solid guard, all three of them. Now back in man-to-man.
Alford, offensive foul called against Tori Alford.
Lowered her shoulder, and do an immediate offensive foul anytime you do that.
It's turnovers for Tampa. Actually, a big problem. It just seems like every possession that Sullivan and Kin don't touch it is a big loss.
Yeah, it's already 16 turnovers, which led to 19 points for Glenville State off of it.
Kin came back to help that time. You just touched on that a moment ago. These post players, can they come back and help break this pressure? It seems like when they have, things have gone more smoothly. Nice move by Sullivan. She gets the roll.
Patience by Sullivan on that step-through move, being able to create space with her body.
Quick take right there. Haywood right back at you.
Glenville State, they just scored so quickly.
Sullivan, Kin was down there. She didn't look immediately, but still able to break the pressure. Kin in the low post will say she was fouled by Cabria Lewis. Kin going to the free throw line. Kin is 79% free throw shooter on the season. Averages a double-double, over 2 blocks per game. That's 68% from the field.
I mean, just the efficiency is mind-boggling.
It's 1 of 2 at the free throw line. 3-point game. Bree Campbell. Davidson driving, trying to get around Kin. Might have got a piece of that one and collects the rebound.
And definitely altered that shot.
Let's move into the paint, kicks it out. Big time 3 here. Open look, too strong. Offensive rebound, Sullivan. She can't get the finish. Sullivan almost stole that one away. Swinging the ball quickly. Alford left alone and makes him pay.
Taking that zone, back in that 2-3 zone. Glenville State taking full advantage, ties the game up.
6th tie of the game. This time at 52 with just under 90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
The Glenville State, you almost hate that there was a line change there because you have such good momentum here with that group.
Sullivan to Kin. Here comes the double. They get a jump ball this time. It'll belong to Glenville State.
The mistake made there, Kin brought that ball down, and that allowed the guard play to step in and tie that ball up. Watch her catch this ball, bring it immediately down, and that was just enough for Haya Haywood to get a piece on that ball, force a jump.
Doubling that before the pass is even made, too. Good pass there for Purdue. So Campbell thought about a deep 3, kicks it back out for Purdue. 9 to shoot. Purdue on the drive, blocked by Kin. Will stay at this end. Alford checks in, replacing Kai Lyons. Three to shoot, tough shot for Campbell, and she knocks it down. Glenville State leads. 8.5 second differential or so on the shot and game clock right now. Poked away. I'm going to call a foul against Gusto on the loose ball.
That's a big issue with Maya Gusto. That's her 4th personal foul. She's one of the best ball handlers on this Tampa team. We still got an entire 10 minutes of basketball to play.
Campbell taking her time. They will take the last shot. 13 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Glenville State leading. They have not led for very much of this game. Into the corner, 3. Rims out. Kin cannot pull it in, but Tampa does control it, and that is how the 3rd will end. And Glenville State leading to conclude a quarter for the first time tonight. 10 minutes from deciding our final team in the Final Four. Back in St. Joseph, Glenville State leading the University of Tampa 54-52 as we begin the 4th quarter. Nothing has really changed a lot from first to second half. It's been the intense pressure from Glenville. We've seen a couple moments where Tampa's dealt with it nicely and other times where they've really struggled.
The one area that Glenville State continues to get better is even on the offensive boards. 14 of them in this game, 5 in that 3rd quarter.
Deep 3 here. That's a big-time shot from Audrey Ramsey. Tampa back in front.
That 3 ball really important, too, because it's going to open up things for the inside play of Sullivan and King.
Campbell inside. Blocked by Kin. Sullivan was there as well.
Well, it helps when you have the 1-2 punch to be able to erase some mistakes. Audrey Ramsey, though, little shot fake jab and pull up for the 3.
The common theme in this Elite 8 that we've seen is all of these teams really move the ball well. Glenville State, they whip it around.
This ball does not stick at all for Glenville State. And this
shot clock violation.
Lack of awareness of what the shot clock was down to. I think that they thought that shot clock had reset.
Yeah. It's just blocked out, never hit the rim or anything.
They didn't even look for a shot.
I'm not sure anyone on the bench actually saw it either. And down to Sullivan. It seems like when their bigs have touched it on the press break, it's gone better, and there's Jones knocking it in.
Well, and now what we're starting to see is the guards at Tampa starting to heat up from the perimeter, and that's going to be a game changer for this Tampa offense because it forces Glenville State to come out and guard.
Foul on the rebound, Haya Haywood. She's been really good. She had a couple travels, I think a double dribble early in this one. She has made some big plays for Glenville State today.
Haya Haywood, she's got those active hands, lateral quickness, and here's everything you need to know about her. She played 1 month this season with a broken wrist and a cast on that wrist. Played through it.
Still has tape on that right wrist, thumb area. 3 on the way. Fevrier knocks it in.
Showing up. She's got some range too. Can stretch the floor.
6'2" senior from France. Baseball pass in, turnover. Campbell going to work. Trying to go at Sullivan. They get a foul on Sullivan.
Number 3. They were looking for Sullivan, but she came up to try and meet that pass. A little miscommunication there. Sullivan going for the block.
Make her case that she got all ball. 8:21 to play in the fourth quarter. We're all tied up. Back where we started, all tied up. 57 apiece, 8:21 to play in the game, and Bree Campbell at the line. 23 points to her name, perfect at the stripe so far. Kim Stevens trying to move them one step closer to back-to-back national championships. Campbell hits the first free throw, 75% on the season.
Campbell, she has been as good as advertised and then some. 7 rebounds, too.
And when they were struggling, she was the one that kept them going. 1 for 2 at the line. Ken with another rebound, her 12th.
Look at Sullivan putting up a big target for her guards to try and find.
On one side, we've seen 11, 12 players for Glenville State. On the other, we have seen 6 players for Tampa.
Maybe backcourt violation.
A late whistle, but it does come for a backcourt.
Yeah. And I don't think that, I actually think Sarah Jones, I don't think she realized that I believe she had a dribble there she could have used, and she thought she picked up her dribble.
This pressure is really taking Tampa. You talked about it, to rattle these Tampa guards.
It's hard to do.
Yep.
But the thing is, by making them tired, it's forcing you to really overthink and play not so much off of instincts and reflexes.
Ken grabs her 13th rebound, and she's fouled immediately. First team foul on Glenville State here in the fourth quarter. Wild pass taken by Campbell. A little sidestep around, but misses the layup. Second chance, no good either. Well, Glenville State just wanted that one more. No one went and got it.
They're just pursuing the basketball.
Campbell, that one snagged out of the air by Sullivan. She's being pursued. Sullivan all the way, and a great finish to regain the lead.
Sullivan, just great body control there, a little burst and change of speed, and able to finish without drawing the offensive foul.
Fevrier kicks it out. Really just can't leave anybody open for Glenville. They all have confidence and they'll shoot it. Fevrier just hit one a moment ago, rims off. Offensive rebound, fresh clock at 20.
It's a quickness right now of those guards for Glenville State that's tracking down offensive boards.
Davidson! Oh, that's a technical.
And it's a good call. Skylar Davidson got a little bit overly excited about making that three, got in the face of Tampa, one of the Tampa players. Did a little extracurricular talking.
I think that's what Kim Stevens is saying. Yeah,
you got us.
Yeah.
So watch right after this play. She's fired up, natural, but then when she goes up and kind of taunts her, that's when they're going to call it. And credit to Sarah Jones. I mean, she did not react, just sort of did not engage, walked away.
Little transfer, almost a 90% free throw shooter.
Those are the plays, stuff like that. You just wonder in a close game like that, is that mistake going to be really costly down the stretch?
First free throw is good.
Especially with Jones being a 90% free throw shooter.
Yep.
And you're talking about a swing here. Swing of momentum, potential swing of up to 5 points in this game.
Jones made him pay. It's both free throws and we're back tied. Well, Ken was there, they just couldn't see her.
Well, the other thing that's got to be really aggravating as one of the Tampa guards is just that constant, you're not putting obviously two hands on the guards defensively, but you always have one there.
Ken's had a mismatch basically this entire possession. It's a really nice take by Jones, but can't get it to go. Long pass, saved in bounds. What a great play on the baseline by Lyons. Mid-range jumper, back in the lead. Purdue delivers.
Purdue, she hasn't got a lot of looks, but she's hit some big shots here in the second half. They're starting the day 0 for 5.
Baseball pass across, 2-on-1. Sullivan has it, whips it around to Kin, but she didn't look.
It's a big turnover. Just a nice job on this touch save pass. And how about Purdue here? Off the dribble with fake. Big time shot. Feels like Glenville State really starting to feast on some momentum here.
Campbell, tough mid-range shot, somehow gets it to go.
Might have even got him bumped on that.
26 for Bree Campbell. She has been spectacular. The lead is now 4 for Glenville State.
You feel like Tampa's just getting sped up again.
Illustrated perfectly that last one. Sullivan just kind of threw it away when they had Kin wide open underneath.
After they making it really hard on Kin to get the ball.
Got a foul on Fevrier down there battling with Kin. 13th foul on Glenville State.
And watch this shot. It's almost like a pump fake in the air. She loves that elbow area.
She's got 26 and 10 of 20 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. Sullivan gets it back, puts it in. They wanted to travel, but it's a 2-point game.
Talk about following your shot.
Campbell mid-range again. Rare miss. Oh, it's tapped out. 3 on the way. They got away with one there. Ramsey probably could have just grabbed that one. Gusto in trouble. Nice catch there by Jones to save that ball, but already
nice job meeting that pass.
Yeah, down to 15 to shoot. Sullivan, a lot of contact. Offensive foul on Sullivan. That's her 4th.
Glenville State, it's that all-out pressure, and it's forcing Tampa. They only have about 10 seconds to really get into their offense.
Alford, an ice bath after this one. She's taking a couple real shots. 4:37 to play, 65-63.
Well, Coach Jesse, too, he's got a decision to make. Do you take Sullivan out of the game here and for a minute or so? Or do you keep her in the game and ride her with 4 fouls and hope that she doesn't foul out?
Won't have long to keep her out. Just 4:37 to play, but certainly an option. Tampa, if they don't come out of this one, they're going to look back at this film and see a lot of missed opportunities. And we saw it with Ken underneath open. We talked about that in the first half as well. They're bringing so much pressure that there's a lot of openings on the back end.
Absolutely. And again, it's more than anything keeping your composure and not getting frustrated by the fact that this is an extremely physical game, that you're likely not going to get the fouls called that you want.
Side for Glenville State, I mean, just the job Kim Stevens has done and this system that she has implemented here.
It's a unique style, it's a unique system, but it works. And as she said, you play fast, you create defensive havoc, you give your shot, you give yourselves rather a chance to win against anybody, even a Tampa team that has a huge size advantage on you.
Kim Stevens, a player at Glenville State, former captain on the 2010-2011 team, an assistant coach, and now the head coach. Trying to lead them to back-to-back national titles. She certainly has the players to do it. We've seen a spectacular display tonight from Bree Campbell, who currently sits on the bench.
Back in the zone.
Purdue, she can do some damage as well. Floats it too strong. Kin rebounds.
Here comes the trap.
They get away from it quickly.
Just absolutely, you're getting hounded 94 feet of this court.
Kin battling.
Oh, they missed Kin. She had sealed her man.
Get back out top, taken away. The other direction goes Lions, and she lays it up and in.
Big time steal and finish by Kamaya Lyons.
Contact right there from Lyons, but a nice job to keep her balanced by Ramsey. Kin wants it again. They've really missed her on the last 2 possessions now. Back into Kin. Quick rip move, goes through, misses. Tipped away, and it goes the other direction.
Looks like Kin, she just got a little bit deep. This is why it's so important to meet the pass, is because Glenville State's so good at jumping the passing lanes. Kamaya Lyons, big time game-changing play to make it a 2-possession game. Well, now Glenville State's going to slow it down a little bit.
The longest possession they've had all
That's
game.
what I mean.
Campbell 6 to shoot, loves the mid-range, over the top of Kin, somehow gets it to go. Bree Campbell has been on another planet tonight.
Bree Campbell, just ice in her veins.
Tampa down 6, their largest deficit of the night. Long skip pass, Sarah Jones driving. Contact, offensive foul called.
And all the momentum right now with Glenville State. Forcing Tampa into turnovers, into offensive charges. Completely has taken the Spartans team out of their rhythm. And just a great job, Aline Fevrier, of setting up, planting her feet, straight up body cylinder outside that restricted area. Easy call.
Tampa trying to ramp up the pressure, and a foul against Sarah Jones, tripping Haya Haywood. Haywood will have 2 shots. Free throws for Haywood. They're just trying to get this, just now realizing it's the 5th foul.
You called it.
Right, once in a while.
Even the officials are getting sped up in this game.
Haywood just under 70% for the season. Junior from Evansville, Indiana. Transfer from Lincoln. Speaking of big games, she had 32 back in late February in the game against Concord. Stevens has plenty of weapons. 2 big free throws there to make this an 8-point game. Glenville State closing in on back-to-back Final Fours. Tampa needs points in a hurry. They have struggled. 4 turnovers in the last 4.5 minutes. A scoring drought of 3 minutes. Tough shot there, tipped around. Glenville State controls. It seems like Kin's had options. They just can't get her the ball.
Yeah, and this is where you're wondering, just some of the shots around them haven't been able to be finished off. How much is the speed of this game and just being tired for Tampa? You played big minutes. How much is that affecting things?
Ball just soaring around right now. Mid-range jumper. Haywood trying to close this one out. It's a 10-point lead for Glenville State.
Glenville State, they just can blitz you in a hurry. And they just look like the team right now that is in control. They're winning every 50-50 ball. They're taking offensive charges. They're getting offensive boards. They're making all the winning plays to put this game away.
Fired up right now. Just outstanding performance by them. Things really, this game never got out of hand by any means. But
Pioneers, they wear you down. And keep in mind too, Tampa has won 22 straight coming into this. Now, not to be outdone, Glenville State's won 17 straight.
Tampa led by 10 in the first quarter is 19-9 early on, but
they've been able to dictate the pace of play.
Yeah.
So much so that even in the league that they play in the conference they play in, it's the fastest conference in the country, and they've seen teams evolve to their style of play to be able to contend.
Mountain East Conference, where they went 20-2 this season.
And that, I mean, completely unforced there. It's just a lack of focus. You're tired, you're worn down. And again, these are really good Tampa guards that this is happening to. Very experienced Tampa guards.
Glenville State will be content to let this clock tick. Minute 15 to play in the fourth quarter. Foul. It's one of those where you feel like you played it down to 10 seconds, you might just play it 10 more.
Yep. Well, credit Glenville State too. They got down early in this game, pretty sizably, but kept their composure. And when you play fast and you play up tempo, you don't ever feel like you're out of a game.
Michaela Purdue hits the first free throw. A 12-2 run over the last 5 minutes. They've scored 9 straight. Make it 10, and it is a 12-point lead. Their largest lead of the game just keeps getting bigger. 3 on the way. Gotta have it, and they get it from Audrey Ramsey. 60 seconds to play. I can't believe they just went that quickly, but Purdue kind of saves it right there. And then she's fouled by Ramsey. That was almost a gift.
It's just when you have a momentary brain fart and you forget that you are trying to burn clock.
That earlier today in game 1, Tampa really never let off the gas either when they probably could have let it go a little. Tom Jesse pulls off 3 of his tremendous leaders on this team. Malia Sullivan, who's a senior out of Bartow, Florida. Sydney Ken, the conference player of the year. And Maya Gusto as point guard. Veterans.
And what really makes this hard for Tampa is you just feel like missed opportunities. You know, you were in control of this game, and you let Glenville State really start to dictate things.
For Sydney Ken, a tremendous career coming to an end.
Unbelievable career.
Spent 4 years at the University of Findlay, averaged 17 a game last year, 3-time first team all-conference at Findlay before coming to the University of Tampa this year and having a career season. On the other side, Kim Stevens, a chance to go back to where they were last year, back to a Final Four. Chance Wednesday night to play the undefeated team in the country, Ashland, for a spot in Dallas on April 1st at the American Airlines Center.
That's going to be a great matchup too. It's very, again, contrasting styles. 2 teams though that both take and make a lot of 3-pointers, but very different tempos that they play at. So how will Ashland, who hasn't lost a game this season, handle the pressure, the physicality?
Is fouled. Just a couple 10-point game with 48 seconds. It's just one of those things where no need to foul right now. You just want the clock to tick as much as possible. Ramsey inside, a little bit out of control, rebounded by Haywood. She gives off to Campbell, and they'll slow things up here. Pressure by Tampa and a foul there. Some free throws now for Haywood.
Glenville State, I'd say one thing Coach Stevens told us is Glenville State, so it's a small town, only about 1,200 people in it, no Walmarts in town, and her team, they were excited to be staying in a hotel right across the street from Target, and that they were looking forward to that yesterday. I'm going to envision there might be another trip to Target tomorrow in the future.
Target. That's exactly right. Probably have a practice tomorrow and hit Target.
I said it's the little things with my team that make them excited.
12-point lead for Glenville State. Timeout. Tampa. Quick chat here, down by 12 with just under 33 seconds. Tremendous season for Tom Jesse's team in his 21st year leading the University of Tampa.
You almost hate that this game had to be in the quarterfinals, because I mean, this was championship level basketball between these two. The 22-game win streak coming into this one, and this is just what happens at the Elite Eight. These great teams meeting each other. I mean, the records that we've seen. And you really, throughout the course of the season, you really have to schedule to be able to see a lot of different styles of play to be able to handle this Elite Eight and what you're going to see here at this tournament.
Doubt shot on the way is good. I think that was a 2 that time for Milani Gallagher. Under 10 seconds, and Tampa's going to let this one go. Glenville State, back-to-back Final Fours, a chance to go the distance. They'll take on Ashland Wednesday night for a spot in the national championship.
Glenville State, number 1 in the country at forcing turnovers, and forced 26 of them tonight against a really good Tampa team who came in having won 22 in a row. But the tempo, the defensive havoc the Pioneers caused, and it all added up to a big-time win here to make a return trip to the Final Four.
Aya Haywood had 18, some big points down the stretch, but it was Bree Campbell, their superstar, who carried the load the entire way. She had big buckets early, in the middle, and late. Bree Campbell finishes with 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. The celebration underway. Glenville State on their way to the Final Four on Wednesday, where they'll take on Ashland. The other matchup, it's Minnesota Duluth and Catawba College. It's been a spectacular day here in St. Joseph, Missouri at the Civic Arena. For my partner, Kelly Burke, and our entire crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Wednesday night, the Final Four, the National Championship, April 1st, 3:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network from the American Airlines Center in Dallas. So long, everybody, from St. Joseph.